Welcome to the Sandler Sales and Sales Leadership Thought of the Week. I don't know if this has ever happened to you. Years ago when I was doing sales and kind of flying around North America, I set up a meeting with a potential prospect, and it was 3,000 kilometers away from where I was living, and I was real excited about it, and I was talking to my manager about it, and I said, man, I can't wait to get down there. We're going to have a great meeting. I talked to this individual, and we had talked about a time for us to be there, and it looked all good, and I got on a plane, booked my tickets, got down there, drove into the parking lot, and walked through the door, and I was excited. I was like, this is going to be a great opportunity. And I went up to the front desk, and I asked for this person, and she looked at me with kind of a strange look and said, well, he's not in today. And I went, what? I'm sorry, I don't quite understand. And she said, yeah, he's not in. He's gone this week. And my heart sank as I realized how much money we had spent to fly down there for this interaction, and that did not happen. And I realized a real simple truth that in Sandler we kind of mentioned, but I don't think we spend enough time on, and that's the idea of post-selling any kind of interaction or meeting or decision that we're going to have with the prospect or client. And I learned that lesson the hard way. It was a very interesting call to the owner of the business when I mentioned, hey, I didn't get a chance to meet with the guy. He wasn't there, but I'm going to play a round of golf if that's okay with you. So it didn't turn out that well, and I realized early on that post-sell matters. So how do we post-sell? What does that really mean? We got to look at the steps in our process where we have people needing to make a decision. They have to make a decision to do something, be somewhere, take our phone call. And if we know in sales that time is everything for us and chasing people is a huge time waster, we really got to make that a priority. So a couple of ways that we can post-sell. One, if you use any kind of calendar, Outlook calendar, you can send people an invite. That's a form of post-sell. Gets them in the calendar, they send you the response back, and now you know they're less likely to cancel it out on you. The other way to do it is simply verbally. If you have a meeting coming up and you say, hey, Sally, I really appreciate the call today. I know we're going to meet in a week. Just want to make sure that that's set in stone. Anything that could get in the way of us meeting, anything that could potentially stop that. I want her to say back to me, absolutely not, Chad, 100% we're going to be there. Because once she says it to me, she's way less likely to back out or forget. Don't forget to post-sell. It's something that seems really simple, and yet we don't do enough of it. So if you have a point in your sales process where you need people to make that commitment, always make sure they verbally agree to it and that they're not going to back out or maybe ghost you. So that's our sales leadership thought of the day, or sales thought of the day. We have a webinar coming up at the end of August. We'd love to have you out. If you're interested, please feel free to reach out. Of course, you can always crash a class and join us as a guest.